Howard Schultz came back to Starbucks today as CEO, and he got right down to business, didn't he? He suspended stock buybacks at the company, said they're going to reinvest what they would have used for buybacks into the company. And that is the subject, indeed, of Brian Sozzi's take today. What do you got for us, Soz?
Yes, indeed. Howard Schultz's returning day here as the CEO of Starbucks. But you have to give outgoing CEO Kevin Johnson a shout out, Julie, because he's the one I believe that launched the sous vide egg bites, which I enjoy very much almost every morning. Also under his watch, he came out with the unicorn frappuccino. That was a favorite of mine for Instagram a couple years ago. So good luck for Kevin Johnson in his next chapter. But for Starbucks to come out here this morning, Julie, and stop these stock buybacks, it's a very strong signal to the market. That's why you're seeing the stock under pressure here. It essentially says that Howard Schultz wants to get out there and understand what is happening in the stores. And also, too, perhaps an acknowledgement that the business, at least this quarter, is not trending to where it should be, whether that's because of the pandemic, whether that's because of disenchanted workers and the fight to unionize some stores, whatever it is, it's a very key signal. Overall, here's my take on Starbucks as Howard Schultz kicks things off today. And it really boils down to a couple things here. First, it is for him to chill on the blog posts. Howard Schultz has historically loved his blog posts. You're getting a new post from him today and a letter and a memo to employees. I just want to see him relax a little bit here and with petting these things and getting these things out there, because in the past he has taken on a lot of fire from critics of Starbucks. Just stay focused, Howard. Do what you got to do. Number two, he is doing this already. He looks like he's going to embark on the next few months a global listening tour to try to understand what is happening inside of Starbucks, understand what workers are feeling, what they're doing at this moment, which is a very critical time as the company is fighting against unions. In many respects, this is a different Starbucks than when Howard Schultz left as CEO to head off into retirement and then try to run for president in a failed bid a couple years ago. And last but not least, Julie, Howard needs to realize this is likely his last rodeo as CEO, unless he wants to take on the job permanently later this fall. It's time this company gets succession planning right. And you can make the argument that when you lose a top executive like Roz Brewer to lead Walgreens last year, she was likely to be the CEO of Starbucks. When you lose that type of talent and other talent they have lost at the company before, it's a big red flag. He has to get succession right for once.